Hi, I am going to be doing a review and my thoughts on Chapter 1 of Assessment is Essential by Susan K. Green and Robert L. Johnson. The first chapter goes over basically just what assessment is and what parts of assessment there are. And first thing I have to say, I have to get off my chest right away, is I did not like how they threw democracy in there continually during the first few pages of this chapter. Um, they kept talking about how it's essential for students to become functional members of a democracy. Um, I think that's inappropriate. Um, I think a better choice of words would be for students to become a functional member of society. Um, the whole democracy issue really gets me going because I think that there's a time and a place for that, and I do not feel that now is the time nor the place for that. Um, that being said, it really made me angry, and I put the book down a lot, and I got upset a lot, and I wanted to stop reading a lot, but I didn't. I plowed through it, and I found some really unique and interesting material towards the end of the book, which I was happy to see, and it really got me thinking. So, that aside, I'm going to go ahead and start. And the first thing that I saw in this chapter was the achievement gap that was there. Um, it looks that pretty much what I got out of it was that the achievement gap is always going to be there. And it's basically based off of where children come from, their backgrounds, race, gender, socioeconomic status, all that fun stuff. Uh, and that's going to kind of label them in a way and affects them throughout their life. Then it talked about goals. It talked about performance goals and mastery goals. Performance goals is more of a competitive edge where you're um, trying to be the best and see where you stand. Whereas mastery goals are where you're trying to just better yourself and challenge yourself. And I think that there should be a healthy balance of both. Um, an example of that would be when I was an assistant coach for swim team. One of the girls was having trouble swimming across the pool, and I worked with them, and as I worked with all the other children. And when they made it across the pool the very first time by herself, and when she made it across the pool the very first time, it was just an amazing sight. She just had a smile all the way across her face. It was the biggest smile I've ever seen on this kid, and she was just so proud of herself that she did it. But then, there's also always the fun little challenge aspect where we had treading water, and whoever treaded water the longest got a special treat. And I really thought the kids got a kick out of that. Um, so I thought that was a good example to show that performance goals and mastery goals are good, and they should be able to uh, coincide with each other.